In your previous class, you learned about polynomials like linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. Here in this session, we will discuss what is the relationship between zeros and the coefficient of a quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. So first, quadratic polynomial. So let us take an example. 2x square minus 8x plus 6. So what are the zeros of this polynomial? We have to find first. So this is equal to 2x square. We can split the middle term, minus 6x minus 2x plus 6. So this equal to 2x multiplied with x minus 3 minus 2 whole into x minus 3. So this is equal to x minus 3 multiplied with 2x minus 2. So to find the zeros, we have to equate the polynomial into 0. So this implies x minus 3 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 2 is equal to 0. So this implies x is equal to 3 or x is equal to 1. So we found the two zeros are 3 and 1. Then next, we will find what is the relationship between these two zeros and the coefficients. This is the coefficient of x square, this is the coefficient of x, and this is the constant term. Then what is the relationship between them? So what is the sum of two zeros? Sum of zeros is equal to 3 plus 1. This is equal to 4. So 4 can be written as, in terms of the coefficient of this polynomial, 4 can be written as minus of minus 8 by 2. So what is minus 8? Minus 8 is the coefficient of x by 2. Then, so what is 2 here? 2 is the coefficient of x square. Then what is the product of zeros? This is 3 multiplied with 1. This is equal to 3. So 3 can be written as 6 by 2. In terms of its coefficients, 6 by 2. So this is equal to 6 is the constant term, constant divided by coefficient of x square. So what is the general form of a quadratic polynomial? If it will write as ax square plus bx plus c. So what is the coefficient of x? So sum of zeros. Sum of zeros is equal to coefficient of x minus of coefficient of x, that means b, minus b coefficient of x square, that is a, minus b by a. Then product of zeros is equal to, what is constant term here? C. So c by coefficient of x square is equal to a. So sum of zeros in a quadratic polynomial is minus b by a and product of zeros is c by a. Let us take another example. 3x square plus 5x minus 2. So we will find the zeros. So this can be written as 3x square plus 6x minus x minus 2. So this is equal to 3x x plus 2 minus 1 into x plus 2. So this is equal to x plus 2 whole into 3x minus 1. So this should be equal to 0. So this implies x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1 by 3. So x plus 2, so this implies x is equal to minus 2. Or here 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. Or x is equal to 1 by 3. So these are the two zeros, minus 2 and 1 by 3. So we have to find the relationship between these two zeros and the coefficient. So coefficients are here, 3 is the coefficient of x square, 5 is the coefficient of x, and minus 2 is the constant term. So what is sum of two zeros? Sum of zeros is equal to minus 2 plus 1 by 3. So this is equal to 3 minus 6 plus 1. This is equal to minus 5 by 3. So this is equal to minus of coefficient of x by 3 is the coefficient of x square. So then product of zeros is equal to minus 2 multiplied with 1 by 3. So this is equal to minus 2 by 3. So here minus 2 is the constant term, constant divided by coefficient of x square. So these are two examples. Now we will generalize the formula. How the sum of the roots, sum of the zeros is minus b by a and product of zeros is c by a. So next we will generalize the relationship between zeros and coefficient of a quadratic polynomial. What is a quadratic polynomial? Let p of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. So let alpha and beta are two zeros. So we know p of x is equal to k whole into x minus alpha whole into x minus beta. So here ax square plus bx plus c is equal to k whole into x minus alpha to x minus beta. So this is equal to k whole into x square plus alpha plus beta, minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. This is the identity x minus a, x plus a whole into x plus b is equal to x square plus a plus b whole into x plus ab. So by here ax square plus bx plus c is equal to this much. Now this equal to, you can write like this, kx square minus k whole into alpha plus beta x plus k alpha beta. So this is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. We got ax square plus bx plus c is equal to kx square minus k whole into alpha plus beta whole into x plus k alpha beta. So by comparing each term in the left hand side with right hand side, what we got here, ax square, this is x square term, so ax square will be equal to kx square. So ax square is equal to kx square. So this implies a is equal to k. So this is our finding 1. Then bx is equal to k whole into alpha plus bx is equal to minus k whole into alpha plus beta whole into x. So this implies b is equal to minus k whole into alpha plus beta. So what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by k. This implies this is minus b by a. So because k is equal to a. So this is our finding 2. Then by comparing the constant term here, this is also bx is equal to this and c, constant term will equal to this. So c is equal to k alpha beta. So from here we can got alpha beta is equal to c by k. So this is equal to c by a, where k is equal to a. So this is the relationship between alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha beta is equal to c by a. So sum of two zeros is equal to minus the coefficient of x by coefficient of x square, and product of two zeros is equal to the constant term by coefficient of x square. So by using this relationship, you will be able to solve some other problems in quadratic polynomial. Next example, find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So x square plus 7x plus 10, we have to find the zeros first. So this is equal to x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. So this is equal to x whole into x plus 5 plus 2 whole into x plus 5. So this is equal to x plus 5 whole into x plus 2. So to find the zeros, this will equal to 0. So this implies x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. So this implies x is equal to minus 5 or x is equal to minus 2. So this is 1 0 and minus 2 is other 0. We have to verify whether their sum is minus b by a or not. So what is sum? Sum is equal to minus 5 plus minus 2 is equal to minus 7. So here that is equal to minus 7 by 1. So this is equal to minus b by a. So it is verified. Then we have to verify the product that will equal to c by a or not. What is the product of zeros? Product is equal to minus 5 multiplied with minus 2. This is equal to 10. So this is also equal to 10 by 1. So this is equal to c by a. So here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 7 and c is equal to 10. So it is verified. So next example, find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square minus 3 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So first we have to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square minus 3. So x square minus 3, it can be written as x plus root 3 whole into x minus root 3. So the two zeros are root 3 and minus root 3. Then we have to verify the relationship between these two zeros and the coefficients. Then our quadratic polynomial is x square minus 3. So we can represent this in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. That is x square plus 0 into x minus 3. So here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 0 and c is equal to minus 3. So then we will verify. What is sum of zeros? Sum of zeros in this quadratic polynomial is equal to root 3 plus minus root 3 is equal to 0. So this is equal to 0 by 1. That means minus b by a also. Here b is 0. So sum of zeros is equal to 0. Then what? Root 3 multiplied with minus root 3. So this is equal to minus 3. So our c is minus 3. So this is equal to minus 3 by 1. So this is equal to c by a. So here we verified that sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a and product of zeros is equal to c by a. Find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and product of whose zeros are minus 3 and 2 respectively. So let us, our quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c and alpha and beta are two zeros. So according to our question, alpha plus beta is equal to minus 3 and alpha beta is equal to 2. So what we learned before, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha beta is equal to c by a. So by comparing this, we got a is equal to 1 because this is minus 3 by 1 and 2 by 1 and b is equal to 3 because minus 3 by 1 is equal to minus b by a. So b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 2. So by putting this, we can find a quadratic polynomial like this: x square plus 3x plus 2. So, but we can find another polynomial also by the real number k. The polynomial will be k whole into x square plus 3x plus 2. So in this way, by using this relationship between two zeros and the coefficients of a quadratic polynomial, you will be able to solve further problems. In case of cubic polynomial, the general form of cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So all of you know there are at most 3 zeros of a cubic polynomial. So let the 3 zeros are alpha, beta and gamma. So the sum of the root zeros alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a, where b is the coefficient of x square and a is the coefficient of x cube. And product of 3 zeros alpha, beta, gamma, this is minus d by a, where d is the constant and a is the coefficient of x cube. Then alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a. C is the coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x cube. Just you have to remember this relationship between 3 zeros and the coefficient of a cubic polynomial. The verification is not in your syllabus, so you have to remember this relationship and you have to apply this in solving the problems related to it. So this is all about the relationship between zeros and the coefficient of polynomials.